the school doors until she couldn't tell which blue and white back was his. Hannah turned on the computer with every intention of reading emails, easing herself into work. It wouldn't hurt to have a quick look at the Herald and the Times, maybe the World Health Organization and Centres for Disease Control websites, and the weather in Canberra, 15 degrees Celsius maximum, 4 degrees minimum. She thought about checking if his fleece was still in his room, but it wasn't as if she could take it to him. She opened her email and looked for something from Zach. Nothing but work. Mr. Moon jumped onto the keyboard and rubbed himself along the monitor. He registered a non-violent protest by going limp in her hands as she dropped him on the floor and used the momentum of his fall to spring back up. Go and bug someone else. Half an hour gone, and the most riveting information she'd found was that Parliament was recalled for an emergency sitting to pass legislation allowing quarantining of individuals. One of the minor parties was calling for a proper debate. She typed in Manba and scanned down the page of results. The little snippets didn't tell her anything she didn't know. Manba Respiratory Distress Syndrome, Wiki, www.medical.wiki./Manba. Manba Respiratory Distress Syndrome, also known as MRDS or Manba, is a recently identified disease. Manba Symptoms and Treatment, www.info.medical.manba.gov/symptoms_and_treatment. The first symptoms of Manba appear within 2 days and include coughing, fever, headaches, and diarrhea, progressing to Is Manba God's Wrath? www.trueanswers.org/lessons_from_Manba. Is Manba a punishment from God? All around us we see an increase in crime, lawlessness, and immorality brought about by... Wow, grandmother discovers this weird cure for naturalhealth.simple.blog/medicine/Manba_cure. Doctors won't tell you this simple cure for Manba. They make their money from selling you cures invented by Big Pharma for... She'd read all of these. Somewhere, if she searched hard enough, there had to be something else, some new information, something to tell her what was happening right now. She clicked on a blog at the end of the first page, An Aussie in Paradise. The last entry was yesterday. Just back from helping at the hospital, taking 2 minutes to let you guys know I'm still hanging in there. Sleep, eat, and back again as soon as I can. 2 of my students are helping out. I told them helping the sick was more important than classes. They told me they could do both. So now they know how to say, I would like a cup of coffee, and this patient has a purpuric rash and must be isolated. I'll post again when I can. Don't worry about me. Hannah looked back through the previous entries. One was on the right way to haggle in the local market, another about the students laughing at her attempts to speak Thai, and a light-hearted complaint about the traffic in Bangkok. She had to stop, clear this from her mind, think about something else. Time to work. As she clicked the little red plus sign on each tab, she tried not to look at the page that appeared below, but as one disappeared, its screaming headline caught her eye. First local cases, family quarantined. Her fingers fumbled on the keys to reopen it, and there was the headline, stamped across the top of her screen. She skimmed the article for what she really needed to know. Where? The North Shore. So much closer than Newcastle, but still with a harbour between them. A harbour and 300 kilometres between the disease and Zach. And there at the bottom, another reason she should put this out of her mind. They were as yet unconfirmed. She read the article again, more carefully. Under the headline was a photo of a couple and 2 boys. A posed family shot in a leafy backyard. 8 and 10, it said. No travel overseas. No contact with any known cases. The parents were sick, and the boys had been placed in isolation.